when Mario Maker 2 was first announced, and the first thing they did was show off the slopes and stuff, I think everyone was pretty happy with it. But the first thing on my mind was, will there be multiplayer? And how will that all work? And I was thinking, maybe they could do some sort of take turns thing like the original Mario, or maybe everyone plays together. And it looked like Toad and Toadette were in the game, so maybe they could just use all four, and maybe only for New Super Mario Brothers style. And no, it's every style, and Toad and Toadette are included in every style. Even though Mario and Luigi were only playable in Bros 1, 3, and Worlds, they're all in it, and I can't be any happier. I keep rewatching the footage to see if there's anything noteworthy. And I've noticed that Luigi's sprites are so weird. I can't completely comprehend them. I will say this: his world sprite is awesome because it's actually from the Mario Brothers World Plus All Stars game cartridge. So there's Mario All Stars and there's Mario World, and then there's a version of the game that's Mario Worlds Plus All Stars. I want Mario World on my SNES, and I have All Stars on my SNES. I do not have the combination game, but I've seen the cartridge in person many times. I just don't know. It's really expensive, so to me, because I have both versions, I don't see why I would do that. But the fun thing about that version is that Luigi actually has a different sprite. In the original Mario World, Luigi and Mario are just palette swaps. Luigi is just Mario's palette sprite, but with green swaps for all the different variations. So it's different version of the fire. His default is different, and besides that, it's just default with a cape, stuff like that. But Luigi's sprite in All Star Plus World, he looks more like Luigi. His sprite's different. He's not just Mario in green. He actually is slimmer and a little taller. And that's the sprite they're using for this, which I like because it makes Luigi look a little bit different. Now, in Mario Brothers 1 and 3, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure Luigi's sprite is actually different in Mario Brothers 3 anyway. I don't think he actually was just a green Mario in that game. And then, the funny thing is, most of my game time in Mario Brothers 3 was in Mario All Stars. So, but anyway, and the sprites look kind of different in those too. I mean, even Luigi and Mario, for some reason, they gave Mario and Luigi different sprites in the original Mario Brothers 1, and then they made them have red overalls with a blue shirt, which is weird because they didn't wear that in Mario 1. And then in Mario 3, they gave them the right colored shirts with the right colored overalls. So it's kind of weird that they got the colors different from all the original games, but and then of course they made Toad the default red Toad instead of a blue Toad like he was in Mario Brothers 2 on the NES. So funny, it's all funny to me. It's all great, but let me just say, right here, right now, I have a bold prediction that when they do make this game, some people are wondering if they'll do Mario Brothers 2 as a world. Now, the funny thing is that when you go to Mario 3D World, it's actually cut off in its own section. And you can confirm that Mario 3D World does have co-op stuff because when Mario and Luigi are tiny in 3D World, they don't have their hats on. And when they are tiny in New Super Mario Brothers, they do have their hats on. So sometimes you'll see them tiny without the hats, and that's because it's Mario 3D World. And also, they for a brief moment they do show Mario and Luigi both sliding in the clear pipes together, and the clear pipes are only available in the 3D World stuff. The fun thing about 3D World is that because this game, it's a fifth Mario game. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just like a variation for New Super Mario Brothers U style, like the New Super Mario Brothers style. Will you also have the cat suit and stuff like that?" Nope, nope, nope. It's its own little section, it's its own style world. It's a fifth world, which is really a good idea because Mario 3D World was a fun game. It had a lot of different elements into it, and it looks like this version will have a lot of 3D stuff in it. So I'm glad that they're separated and different, to be honest. I actually am glad they're different. And to me, it's just all going to be more exciting levels that will be created that you'll never know which one will pop up. So to me, that's all good stuff. especially when you're playing like random mode, just playing like random maps thrown at you, or maybe if you're searching for some, maybe you want to play some in that style, that's all good. But because it's in its own section, that means that you have to start the map from the ground up. You can't just switch from Mario Brothers 1 style to Mario 3D World style. It'll just fuck everything up. So I can't do that. You have to start from scratch. Whereas the other worlds, you could interchange them. Now, what I believe this means is that they might do a Mario Brothers 2 style. Now, Game Explain was talking about this. Like, maybe they will show this off at E3. This game comes out in June, but it's late June. So E3 will happen before this game comes out. They could easily show off any last final features. But what I think they'll do is, if they show this game at all, they'll do it like what Kirby did. When Kirby was released, they still had showed Kirby later for other directs, showing DLC, and usually it was future DLC, stuff that wasn't out yet. So what they could do here is they could show that this game will have paid for DLC down the road, and what it will be Mario Brothers 2 style. And the fun thing is, if they do this, Peach is not in the game in any capacity. Peach was in Mario 3D Land, or 3D World, not in Land. Only Mario and I think Luigi was in 3D Land too, but only Mario was in 3D Land. Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach were all in 3D World, and that's because that was trying to do a tribute to Mario Bros. 2 style, with having every character having different abilities. Love that game and love that's in here, but no confirmation that Luigi and Toad have different abilities, especially like someone like Toadette, who wasn't even playable in Mario 3D World. So no confirmation on that. It's most likely that all 4 characters are going to play exactly the same. If there's any confusion about that at all, let me just clear that up. This is purely an aesthetic choice. If you just like Toad, you can pick Toad. If you want to be a girl, you can pick Toadette. If you like Luigi more than Mario because he's green and taller, and you're a little brother and you're used to playing player 2, or you just like him in Smash, you can pick Luigi. So you can do that. That's totally fine. And you don't have to worry about Luigi jumping higher and kicking his feet in the air. You don't have to worry about Toad being faster, especially if you're doing like a race. Why would you pick Mario? You can pick Toad. Toad's faster, so you should pick Toad if you're doing competitive. But it's just, no, everyone plays equally. Everyone is completely equal. And to me, that's the right call. That's a good choice. But if they do a Mario Brothers 2 style, then it would be weird if everyone played equally, right? I know they're doing that for 3D Worlds, and 3D World you shouldn't play equally either. But if they're doing this for a Mario Brothers 2 style, it would make a lot of sense to have everyone actually play unique. So what I would like would be, if they do this only for Mario Brothers 2 style, it'll let you select your character before each course, each time. Just like how Mario Bros. 2 is for real. And every time you die, you'll be able to re-pick a different character. So if you know a character's not working, you'll be able to select a different character. And it'll be one of the 4, obviously. Instead of picking Toadette, you'll have the option to pick Peach. Maybe if they're cute, you'll be able to go to Toad and press like select or something, or press one of the R and L or something, and they'll switch Toad to Toadette. That would be kind of fun and cute. There still is the option to play as the blue Toad in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe on the Switch, because in that game they went with yellow Toad and Toadette, and this game in New Super Mario Bros. They're going with blue Toad and Toadette. I always kind of like Blue Toad more because the NES version of Toad for the original Mario Bros. 2 was like a blue Toad. So if they do this, he'll already be blue, and then he's blue in Mario 3D World. So there's something cool about like the blue Toad. Like, to me, there's something about and also in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Daisy's Toad is a blue version of Toad. I know I'm reading way too much into this, but I actually like the idea of like blue Toad being like a more agile, capable version of Toad, and Toadette is like just this ultimate super character. She's like the only girl Toad we really know about, and she's just as good as Blue Toad. I like that. They could do stuff like that. They could include Toadette having the same stats as Toad, but I would want them to also include Peach as a playable character if they do that. Now, it'd be really fun is if they let you play as Peach in every game world as well if you pay for the DLC. So not only will it come with this level pack for your editing. Oh, thank you, Cat, for knocking over my bottle opener. Not only will they let you do something like that, it'd be the same rule set as Mario 3D World, where you can only make maps. Once you make a map in that, you can't switch. You can't put other stuff in, and there'll be different items and rule sets and stuff in the map that's only available for Mario Brothers 2. Like maybe you'll be able to put lots of stuff in the ground that you could pluck, and you'll be able to pluck something out, and you don't know what the hell it'll be, and maybe only when you're playing Mario Brothers 2 style, you'll have like health, you have like hearts, you have to manage your health and stuff like that, and you're able to pick and spawn where hearts come fly up on screen and stuff like that, magic trapdoors and stuff. Some maps could be awful because of this. Some people could make some shit fucking terrible ass maps, but you know what, the possibility to make terrible shitty maps in the original Mario Maker was already there. So yeah, terrible, awful maps are already going to happen. But the good maps will be the ones that'll be played a lot, they'll be upvoted, they'll be YAD or whatever. They'll be the ones that are being saved, and those will be the ones that'll probably be being recommended to you. Good maps. So yes, I'm more stoked about stuff like that, and my only concern is if they do this, they might make it to where you could only play single player for the Mario Brothers 2 style. Because to be completely honest, doing like a race style with items that you pluck from the ground could go horribly fucking wrong, especially if there's stuff like keys and stuff like that. But if they do anything that where you need to pluck stuff to win or ride magic carpets or something like that over clear gaps, there needs to be ways to make those maps not in two players, something like that. So I think there needs to be ways to make it so other players can catch up and play the game the right way. So it seems likely that it'll probably be, if they do a Mario Bros. 2 style, it'll be single player only, which I would be completely fine with because the game has 5 other styles that are based on multiplayer, and if this lets you use Peach and the other styles, then that's worth it for me. Now, the interesting idea about this theory is that because they're doing gameplay styles that aren't the interchangeable main chunk of the game, which is how the most of Mario Maker 2 it will be, and if my theory on it'll add playable characters happens, then that would really open up the door because we could also have Yoshi Island style, and we could also have Wario Land style. And the reason I say Wario Land over Mario Land, if they did Mario Land, it could actually just be a part of the main Mario Maker game. Doesn't really need much to it. Doesn't need to be its own style. But Wario Land, because you play as Wario, would be its own separate thing. And if that let you play as Wario in the other game modes, hell yeah, that would be cool. If this let you play as Yoshi in the other game modes, and they all just, again, he's played exactly like Mario, that in the other game modes, that's fine. But in Yoshi's Island mode, you play as Yoshi. That would be really sick, especially if it had all of like Yoshi's Island style graphics. My main concern is that Yoshi's Island is basically, it's just a Yoshi story game. It's basically Yoshi Story 0, and even though it's considered Mario World 2, same with Wario Land. Wario Land is considered Mario Land, but the thing is, I just don't know if these games really stand a chance. And the real possibility, the real star here, is Mario Brothers 2 style with adding in Peach. And the only other style I could think of after Mario Brothers 2 would be Mario Land. If it's not that, then I have no idea what else would be. Because even like Mario Brothers 2, like the Japanese version, aka Mario the Lost Levels, those games don't really those games, like, you don't need Mario Land or Mario Lost Levels or Mario Brothers 2 Japan, because Mario Brothers 1 is already that, and you can just make you could probably recreate all of Mario Brothers 2 Japan in Mario Maker. Like, let's be real. So, because it's just Mario 1 but with harder levels. So, yeah, I would love they did Mario 2 style. I mean, it's popular in Japan. It's called Mario Brothers USA there, but it's so popular there. A lot of people accept it as the real Mario Brothers 2 even there. A lot of people accept it as like a mainline canon game. It's where a lot of characters get their powers, like Peach's ability to glide came from that game. You know, lots of people still love that game. And I mean, even Mario 3D World was a callback to Mario Brothers 2. So, to me, it's a really real possible chance that that will be included as its own bonus style of game, especially now that Mario 3D World is included. It seems like that's the only one missing from mainline Mario games. The only other thing would be like if they did Mario 64 style, but the thing is about Mario 64 style is it just really would not work because that would be a 3D Mario game with all sorts of crazy stuff. The only way they could really make it work is if they actually just made it still 2D and it just had really crazy rules and the 3D models just looked crazy. Um, and I just don't think they're gonna do that. But it would be cool if they like you do like the punch and the flippies and all the backflip and the slide move and stuff like that, all from Mario 64. And maybe if you fought Bowser, you could like get behind him and swing him around, stuff like that. I highly doubt they're gonna do anything 3D Mario besides 3D World, because 3D World was still a top-down game that basically played like a 2D style. I could see them possibly doing Odyssey style, where it still plays with the same like 3D models from New Super Mario Brothers style, but it lets you throw your hat and possess stuff. I could see that over Mario 64 style. And it would just be called like Cappy mode or something like that. All that is fine, but let's be real here. The only real possible style would probably be Mario Brothers 2 style. If they're gonna make any other game besides Mario 3D Land or 3D World in here in this game, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Mario Brothers 2, aka Mario Brothers USA. That's what it's gonna be. Um, and will Yoshi be a playable character? Probably not, because you can ride Yoshis in Mario Brothers U, and New Super Mario Brothers, and you can ride Yoshis in Mario World. So probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna see Wario. All that stuff. If you want to see that, you're gonna have to play with the amiibo stuff. And even then, I don't even know if that's coming back. There's no confirmation on the amiibo stuff yet. I don't think people would miss it that much, even though it's cool. It's really only useful. You can only use it in the original Mario Brothers style, and it's really unlikely that they would include that in like the Mario uh, NES or Mario when you're playing 2 player and 4 player and stuff like that. I really doubt they would let you do that, because what if you get the Luigi amiibo while you're playing as Mario and there's just 2 Luigis? I mean, it won't be the same colors. Luigi still actually wears his original colors. He actually still, if you're playing Mario Brothers 1 style and Mario Brothers 3 style, he actually is his correct sprite. Excuse the burp. The only difference is, I believe, when he gets firepower, because Luigi already wears white overalls with a green shirt, which is how he looks when he has firepower in literally every other game. I believe his sprite is different. Also, when it showed him in the green stomping foot thing that's in Mario Brothers 3, his sprite looked really weird, and I don't understand that part. Yeah, for some reason, when Mario and Luigi are in the boots in the Mario Brothers 1 style, their sprites look a little bit more modern. Luigi actually was wearing a green hat in this instead of a white hat, and he had a black mustache instead of a green mustache. And Mario also had a black mustache instead of a brown mustache. So I don't know what they're doing with that. Why those 2 particular ones, they have like more updated versions for the colors. But because Luigi has a different style, when Luigi gets the fire flower in Mario Brothers 1, he wears Mario's colors for fire flower. They look exactly the same. It makes sense. Either way, excited to play the game. Really hoping they do a future DLC update, or maybe a free update, or maybe they just have this all saved for E3. We're gonna see it. Though I doubt that. I think this is kind of the game the way it is, because it's coming out next month. I mean, it's the end of next month, but it's coming. So, anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm already pre-ordering the game. Like, dude, I am very excited for this game. I cannot wait to play this game. So, yep, it's gonna be fucking awesome, and can't wait. I'm gonna end this video now, and I'll see you guys on the next one.